Hey guys, time for another pickup video. I'm gonna be showing what I got for Christmas, which is not a whole lot, but it should keep me busy for a while. And also some other stuff that I found at my uncle's house that belonged to me, but I just stored it away, and I was doing some cleaning, and I found a box that belonged to me. So I'm gonna start with what I found in the box as far as games. It's only actually one game, and it's Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the Sega Dreamcast, which it doesn't have the what do you call it, the manual, but it does have the back art or whatever, so I can probably just print a cover for it. The disc is in okay condition. The only reason I have this is because a couple of years ago when I was in college, one of my roommates was moving out, and he had a Dreamcast, and he was throwing a bunch of Dreamcast games. I don't know, he was throwing a bunch of them that were really scratched and didn't work, and this was one of them. I do think this works though, because I remember playing it with him. So I'm gonna have to, I have a Dreamcast, so I'm gonna give this one a shot and see if it works. If not, I can probably have it resurfaced. This is a game that goes up for a pretty penny. So if I can get it to work, and if I can print a cover for it, I'm gonna be good to go. So I'm happy to find this. Plus, it's a good fighting game, so that's an added bonus. And another thing that I found in the box is the Game Boy Advance to GameCube link cable. I remember using this for the Animal Crossing functionality, whatever it was. So I think there are other games that make use of this, like the Zelda games and the Final Fantasy games for the GameCube. So kind of cool to find this. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but it's there. So now I think I'm gonna show you guys. Mention two digital purchases that I made for myself as a Christmas present, and those purchases are Nano Assault Neo and Trine 2 for the Nintendo Wii U, and those are two downloadable games, and they're among the two best games that you can find on the eShop. They're really fun. Nano Assault is a twin stick shooter that it's very challenging, and it looks great. It's only 82 megabytes big, the file size, so I'm really amazed at how much content they packed into those 81 or 82 megabytes of memory. The game looks incredibly well, and it runs really great. So if you're into shmups or twin stick shooters, check that one out. It's pretty challenging, and it's pretty fun. And then we have Trine 2, which was, or actually it's on sale right now, I believe. So I got it on sale. It was 30% off. So it's a pretty cool game. I already played the first Trine game for the PlayStation 3, so I thought I'd get this one on the Wii U, just because the Wii U version has more content, and also because it was on sale, and also it has the gamepad support, so you can play it on the couch or before you go to bed. And it's a really cool game. So far I only played the first maybe 3 levels, and I'm having a good time. It's an adventure game where you have to constantly switch between characters. Each character has a unique set of abilities and skills that can help you progress through the levels. So it's a fun game. It has online co-op, so let me know if you guys have the game. We can maybe knock out some levels. So those are my two downloadable titles, and I'm gonna show you the physical things that I got for Christmas. The first of which was a gift for myself that I made to myself, and that game is Scribblenauts Unlimited for the Nintendo Wii U. I was really excited to try this game out because I never played a game in the Scribblenaut series. So I know the 2DS titles were fairly popular, so I was really excited to play the Wii U version out, because supposedly it's the best or the most complete version out there. And it's a very interesting game with the extremely interesting concept. This game basically what it does is it challenges your imagination. So think of the possibilities, challenging your imagination, because essentially what you do is you go around the level and you talk to people, and the people would, give you a puzzle or present you with a problem. For example, you can have somebody tell you, I'm having trouble sleeping. So you have this magical notepad where anything you write pretty much, comes to life or shows up on the screen. So if you write like sleeping pill, you can give a sleeping pill to the guy and he's gonna go to bed, and then you're gonna complete the puzzle. So things like that, but you can get really creative. The amount of content that you can create in this game is just incredible. You can literally just write anything, and that thing is gonna show up on the screen. However, the game does get a little bit repetitive really quick, even though the puzzles are varied. Some of them are, most of them are really easy, because there's always an easy answer and there's always a hard answer. And the challenging and fun part, I guess, is coming up with a very original solution to the puzzle. But sometimes, you just want to get through the levels and you just write, the easiest word or solution. So it's a fun game, but I don't think I'm gonna go back and buy the DS games for the series. I'm happy with this one, and this one is enough. Next up, I got from the lady, I got 2 games. I'm gonna start with the Wii U game, and no surprise here, this is New Super Mario Bros. U. It was really hard holding off because this was a launch game and I got the Wii U at launch, so it was really hard waiting. I knew she was getting this for me, so it was really hard to wait until Christmas to open this, but it was worth the wait. This is so far I've only got to world number 4, but from the very little that I played so far, I can safely say that this is better than the New Super Mario Bros. Game on the DS and the Wii version of the game. I have not played New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS, but I think this is so far the best in the series. I think I might do an impressions video on this later on, or a review once I finish the game, but it's a good platformer, but it's not great. It's just missing that new surprise factor. Nintendo is playing it very conservative when with this game. The formula feels dated, but somehow it remains fun. Great level design. Nintendo, it's well known for their level design, so expect to see that. So yeah, and HD graphics for the first time in a Mario game, so there you go. Next up is another platformer, and that game is Little Big Planet for the PlayStation Vita. This is a game that I really wanted to get day one, but I just didn't want to spend the money or whatever, but I got it for Christmas, and I'm really happy because I think, even though I played this for like maybe a total of 3 hours so far, but I can safely say that this is the best in the franchise so far. It just feels like the game was made for the Vita. It makes such a good use of the Vita functions, like the touchscreen and the rear pad. The online is more solid in this game. The level creator, I haven't really tried it yet, but I've heard it's easier on the Vita because you can use your fingers to create different types of patterns and terrain and whatnot. So it really feels like the series was meant to be made for the Vita, and so I'm really happy to have this. And it still has some of the problems from previous entries, such as the floaty physics when controlling the little Sackboy here, but overall it's a great game and one of the top Vita games to own. So, and now I'm gonna go back to what I found at my uncle's house in this box, and just some really cool stuff. For example, I found this, a guide for Banjo-Kazooie for the Nintendo 64, which is very rare because I never owned this game on the Nintendo 64, so I don't know why I had this stored. And I was never subscribed to Nintendo Power either, so I don't know why, or why I purchased this. I never had the game before, but anyways, it's nice to have it. It's in really good condition, and nice to have it in the collection. And then I found a stack of Nintendo Power, old Nintendo Powers, which is kind of cool. I'm just gonna show really quick all of them. These are from the GameCube era, I think. So here we have Fire Emblem cover. We have the Star Wars GameCube game. I have this GameCube catalog from back in the day when they released the I think the platinum colored GameCube. Then we have this one, which just has it has a lot of Nintendo characters on the cover. I think it's an E3 special issue. We have this Lost Kingdoms, Super Mario Sunshine, Star Fox Adventures, Spider-Man for the GameCube. One of my favorite Sonic games of all time, which is Sonic Adventure 2. Then this Magical Mirror Mickey Mouse game. One of my favorite racing games of all time, F-Zero GX. Then we got the Final Fantasy Tactics cover. The GameCube 007 game. And look at this, a GamePro magazine featuring Metal Gear Solid 3. So those are pretty cool finds. It's just, especially now that both GamePro and Nintendo Power are out. So, I'm definitely gonna flip through those issues and relive old memories. So, anyways, those are my pickups for now. I don't foresee myself picking a whole lot of games in the coming days or weeks or months, because I spent so much money during the holiday season, buying myself a new Wii U. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for some more. Thank you.